Hey guys, hope y'all are doing good today. Just wanted to do a quick video on this evergreen privet for growing in a food forest. This privet bush is growing right next to a pretty old pear tree. It's pretty tall, maybe I'd estimate 30 feet tall, goes quite a ways up there. You can still see some pears hanging on actually, right about there, and there's quite a few up there at the top. There's a few of those bunches or pears hanging, and had some flowers blooming about a week or two ago, but they're obviously way too late in the year to do anything. But I just started letting this privet bush grow up here. Maybe I think last year it started growing, and as you can see, they grow quite fast. It may have been established a little longer than that, but it really didn't get any size until maybe last year, and it really took off this year. And it keeps its foliage on pretty much all year. It may lose it if it gets really cold outside, but as far as I've noticed, it keeps it generally all year here as we get in about the mid-20s, low 20s usually as a low. And so it makes at first I actually really didn't like this bush because it has, the wood is very hard to cut. It does have hardwood, and it grows crazy fast most of the time. It's a wetter area right around here, so they especially seem to really like the little wet soil. And as you can see, it's kind of got a barrier established, from plants all the way from the bottom up, which is kind of nice. It shields the tree from any browsing animals on this side. If you can look right here, it's about chest high. These have been munched on by deer, but interestingly enough, if we zoom out, this is actually the branch hanging down. This branch is actually lower than that, and no damage at all. Maybe a little right here, but that may have just been actually where sorry, it's not focusing good, but it may just be where it kind of just a bud rotted off, but it may have been browsed. But one little small nip, and most of these are completely good right now, untouched, whereas these are nibbled on, so it kind of gives some vegetation to distract browsing herbivores on, and so that's really nice. And these can be really great plants to grow grapes on, so I may plant some grapes actually right up next to these. I may do some like little mini mounds right around here for the grapes to get on, just to, so the soil's a little drier. But the negatives, that they do grow, that the wood is hard, but it's also flexible. It can be bent really far, and even big branches can really have a lot of flexibility, and which is a good combination of the hard wood and the flexibility to grow grapes on. They can the grapes can bend them down and pull on the branches without them breaking, and they can hold the weight pretty well once they get established good. And these little ones wouldn't hold anything. The grapes would sag over, but that can also be beneficial to kind of have more light to the grapes, when it does bend over, exposes it to more sunlight. And most grapes tend to grow fast, so if you've got a fast growing grape, then this is a good plant for it to grow on, because it'll grow about the same speed as each other once they get established, and that works well for one not out competing the other. They kind of growing at the same speed, and I've actually got one growing on that privet bush, kind of on the edge of the forest edge right over there, and it's done that really well. And so this bush is a really nice one just to create some winter cover. When I came out here, there were some birds, all underneath there, hopefully eating some of the stuff that may eat our crop next year. So that's always nice, and providing some distraction for the browsing wildlife. And honestly, it's a really pretty bush once you get over it. being in the way, or other things that I was thinking at first. It's a really pretty bush. It has these nice spreading branches that really I need to let some more grow up around this side, because as you can see, it's a little bare on that side, whereas it's a lot thicker right there where the base of the bushes are. But they spread out really nice, so it's naturally almost wrapping around the tree. It sends off these pretty long branches. The leaves are really nice looking, and it makes such a nice ornamental look during the cold weather when nothing else is alive, or at least they're all dormant. So this is a shrub that at first I really did not care for, and now I am really starting to appreciate some of the benefits of it, and trying to turn the negatives into positives. And I think that's a thing. If we really work on, it's all how we see it. It's learning the benefits of each type of plant and how to use them to our advantage and work with them, instead of trying to eliminate them or cut them down or keep them back, because these things will seed everywhere like crazy. They make these little berries, and the birds snack on them too, and they will just go crazy. So it's much easier to work with it, and it can be trimmed back, and just working with the plant has been a lot better relationship than trying to work against it, because it can be tough to deal with. But it's also been a really great plant when I finally accepted the positives of it and turning those what I thought were negatives into positives. So I've tried to adapt that whole attitude towards all the plants growing here. So hope y'all do the same, and if you have any plants you've kind of done that with, I'd love to hear about it. And hope y'all guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye guys.